Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm going to tell you about the nodes property. So, till now, I am working with only MQ protocol, that is MQ input, MQ output, and there are multiple nodes for MQ protocol. So, I am going to discuss all those things. For example, MQ reply is there, MQ get is there, MQ header, okay, and MQ publication, right? So, these are the MQ nodes. We will talk about MQ input node, MQ output node, its and MQ reply, MQ get, MQ header, publication, and all its properties. So once you turn the properties of MQ input, so you can see that queue manager name, a queue name is there. Queue manager you can assign if you don't have default queue manager. For example, in my in my case, I have already default queue manager at my node. You can see here. Okay, so it will pick up all the message from here. Okay, if you want different queue manager, you can assign you can assign under the MQ connection, right here. If I want to send message from UM4, so you can write here, but in my case it is not required. Input message parser. So in this we have message domain. So what kind of messages we are accepting? So by default it is blob only. It is, if it is blank, it is, that means it is a blob. So you can see it is a blob. Okay, it is a blob. You can assign explicitly also, but implicitly it is a blob, and it is JSON. So these are the kind of message domain is accepted by this MQ input mode. Okay, now you have the message model. If you have any DFDL kind of message model, which is this one, so these things will be enabled. As you can see, message model and messages, right? You can browse the message model and messages for unstructured messages. Okay, for example, CSV or pipe separated data, or any financial like ISO messages. So these kind of messages are you can format it over here. We will tell you, we will work on this in the later video, but for now it is okay. What a physical format is XML, JSON, same thing, right? So parser option is a parse time. Most of the interview questions will ask about on demand, immediate, and complete. So it is nothing but on demand is partial parsing. Partial parsing means until the reference is given in while writing a code, if you give reference, so it is called partial parsing. Okay, on demand. We'll use this in the upcoming video. We'll just brief on the property. Okay, immediate and complete is for full parsing. Okay, based on your message content. Okay, immediate means it will parse the whole messages immediately. Okay, without the internal properties of a message. Okay, it is mostly for MRM domain. These two are for MRM domain. Okay, so it will parse immediately. It will parse after it will parse after completing all the message internal structure. For example, there is one property in a message. If you create a schema, that property is called choose or uh, choose different options or leave it. So for that you can use complete. Okay, if you don't have the choose option of a message, then you can go for immediate, right? So these two are for MRM domain, right? So you can just hide the comment, hide the some elements using opaque element. So it is using the XPath expressions. Okay, you can just edit the XPath expressions. You can see the XPath expression. So the chunk of the block of XML, the block of data you want to hide, you can use opaque element. Opaque means that will not be parsed. Okay, retain comments, if you want to comment should be removed, then you can use this. Okay, mixed content, So these are the for basically for parsing of a message. Parsing means just validation. Parsing means the my message structure is okay or not, right? It's a simple validation using the schema. This works with the this works with if you have a message model. Okay, parser option works with the message model, and validation property will be enabled if you choose the parse option. If you choose the you know message model. Okay, so in advance you can see this is the good one. The transaction mode and order mode. You know, order field location local. So the main property is transaction mode, order mode, and browse only and reset browse timer. Topic name also there. Commit by message group convert. Okay. So these things are not much important. Okay. Match message ID is important and match correlation ID is important. So in transaction mode, what happens? It is like a rollback or commit in the database. So whenever you insert any data in a database, okay, so you want to commit it. So in the next line, you write a commit. Okay. So commit means the data is if the data is good, okay, it will get committed. I mean there is no error in data, it will get committed. If you did some mistake, you can just roll back it. Okay, there will be no insertion, it will get rolled back. There will be no insertion while you know if you find something wrong in the message, okay, wrong in the data. So this works like that. Yes means you are valid, you are committing the data. Okay, yes means even if it is wrong, you will commit it. Okay, no means if the message is yes means the message will be saved. Okay, no means the message will be gone, it will be uh, vanished, it will be lost, the message will be lost. Transaction mode yes will be, it will be saved even if the message is wrong. So it will go to the backout queue or dead letter queue if it is wrong. Okay, and the question arises, what is automatic then? Uh, Automatic will depend on the MQ persistent mode. So you can see the properties. So here if it is persistent, it is working like a yes. Even if the uh, even if the message is wrong, you still have the you can access that message. Otherwise, if it is non-persistent and here it is automatic, here it is automatic, the message will be lost. Okay, for safety of a message safety, this transaction mode should be yes, and here it should be persistent. So double checking of the message is there, right? So yeah, let us go to the next. Yeah, so match by message. I want to pick only one message using the message ID. So here uh, I go to the browse message and just to make it big. Yeah, yeah. So here we can see that message identifier. Okay, this is called message ID. So you can copy that this message ID and you can choose only a particular message, only one message. Okay, so here you can see the identifiers. Okay, so you need to edit that. Uh, you need to edit that in Notepad, and accordingly you have to use it. If you are using RFH util, then how you can select the message? So RFH util, new message ID. Okay, so in RFH util, you can go to MQFD header. You can see the message ID is here. So I want to pick this message ID. You can just copy it and you can just put it over here in this property. Okay, match by correlation ID. Correlation ID is mostly 00, as you can see. Correlation ID, group ID is 00. Correlation ID is mostly 0. So correlation ID is working with the MQ reply. Okay, So these are the validations. Okay. So these are the common properties found in all the MQ nodes. Okay. Some properties will be different on the basis of their receiving and getting the message. So here you have security profile if you are using user ID and uh, user ID and password to send a message. So here you can configure that, right? Instances. If you want to make a message flow into multiple threads, like one message flow, so that throughput is more. You can choose here. If you want only node to be multiplied, you, you can use pool associated with node, and you can give 256 values up to 257. It will give. It will not work. Okay, it is not good. Up to 255, 0 to 255 you can give. By default, it's 0, right? So you can check these things, and yeah, that's it. Monitoring is for logging the message. Okay. So in the coming chapter, in the coming video, we will work on that. Okay. So in MQ output, you can see the most of the properties are same. Only here we have destination mode. So if you are sending message to another destination, so you can use destination list. That means overriding. So transaction mode is automatic, yes, no, the same as the MQ input, no. Here it is persistent mode because in my front there is no MQ explorer. Okay, there is no MQ. So they have given the persistent mode here. So this property is similar to this one. This one. This property is similar to this persistent, default persistent. So they have implemented here because in our front end there is no MQ. For MQ input, the front end is MQ Explorer, but here the front end is not MQ Explorer. That's why they have given it here. Okay, as defined for the queue means the queue is holding the message is holding already the persistent. So you can use this one. Okay, yeah. So let us discuss more on destination list and reply to you. So whenever the MQ output acts as a MQ reply, you have to use reply to queue. Okay, reply to queue. So this will be not used. Reply to queue is inside the. The message will come here and it will not go further to the further down the flow. For example, after that it will not. Okay, if uh, take that properties. Okay, yeah, out terminal is there, but the thing is the message ID will change. The thing is message ID will change. Message ID will change if you assign reply to queue. Destination list means if you want to override those properties, right? If you want to override those, the queue name and everything, okay, those things. So these are the persistent mode. Yes, no, automatic, whatever is there. Uh, right, new message ID segmentation, these are not so much required for you know okay, request. So these are the properties of MQ output. In the coming upcoming video I will explain all these uh, properties for MQ. Thank you.